back to another episode of Saturday Night Horror. Now tonight we're watching a favorite of mine. Last week we watched the original Child's Play, the very first Child's Play. So this week we're watching Child's Play 2. It's a continuation of the story of serial killer Charles Lee Ray, who transferred his soul into a good guy doll. He's now trying to get his soul out of that doll into little Andy Barkley, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. This is definitely one of my favorite horror movies ever. I always enjoy watching it. I feel like, in my opinion, the first two Child's Play movies were the best. 3 was okay, and after 3, to me, they just went downhill. They just got over-the-top ridiculous. I mean, even more ridiculous than a killer doll, but that's just my opinion. As far as cooking tonight, I'm not cooking because we have no food in the house. We literally have only eggs. So I had to order a pizza from Domino's earlier this afternoon, and we'll have some of that for dinner to watch the movie with. But if you tune in for cooking, I'm sorry. We only have eggs. But back to Child's Play 2. This is going to be a fun night. It's actually the continuation of the story. Like I said, Charles Lee Ray transferred his soul into the good guy doll, Chucky. And to get his soul out of the doll, he has to transfer it into the first person he revealed his secret to. His secret being that he was Charles Lee Ray, who transferred his soul into a doll. That's his big secret. The person he first revealed it to was little Andy Barkley. So if Charles Lee Ray wants to get out of this doll's body, he has to transfer his soul into little Andy. And the second half of Child's Play 1, that was what was going on. Child's Play 2 continues that story. If you remember the end of Child's Play 1, Chucky was burnt to a crisp, shot through the heart. I really want to put a Bon Jovi scene right there, but YouTube will copyright it immediately. But yeah, shot through the heart, burnt to a crisp. The beginning of Part 2, the good guy company that makes the dolls somehow got possession of that original doll 2 years later, still burnt to a crisp, still looking like utter crap. They decide to rebuild it. They decide to clean it up, rebuild it, and present it to their shareholders to kind of ease their minds from all the bad publicity they're getting. And I'll get to that later in the video because that's just weird to me. That makes no sense to me at all, and I'll explain why later on. So yeah, Tiger. Got one of the cats going after my equipment back there. So yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, and I'll touch on that later. We also have a lot going on with Chucky himself. His demeanor has changed a lot. We'll get to that too. So yeah, enough talking. Let's go in the kitchen. I'm going to show you what I got from Domino's, and then we're going to go out and watch Child's Play 2. It's going to be an awesome night. It's going to be a fun night. I'm ready, man. So let's go out in the kitchen. Alright everyone, so this is what I got from Domino's. Just a large double cheese with pepperoni pizza. I actually ordered it a few hours ago. It's been in the fridge, so we're going to have to heat it up. But you got to order early on Saturdays because they are busy. It's the only pizza place here and the only place that delivers, so you got to get it in the afternoon. But yeah, that's it. Now since we have our food, we got to get something to drink. I mean, it's really no mystery what it is, so I don't know why I keep filming it. But yeah. Here we go, let's get our drink. Alright, so we got our drink, we've got our food, we're good to go. Let's go out in the front room, watch this movie. Alright, here we are, Child's Play 2. We'll just have to turn off the very last light in the house and we'll be good to go. There we go, all the lights in the house are off. Nice and dark. Just the way I like it. Alright, so here we go, Child's Play 2. Definitely looking forward to watching this. It's going to be a fun night. Definitely going to be a fun night. Alright, and here's Kitty. She's come back to watching these movies with me every Saturday. And eventually she'll get situated here. She's real picky, guys. She'll walk around in a circle for about 2 or 3 minutes before she actually lays down, so she'll be situated shortly. But yeah, it's going to be a fun night. Me and Kitty, Child's Play 2. Alright everyone, Child's Play 2 is over, and it was awesome. I always enjoy watching that movie. I always have fun watching it, like I said before. So, let's talk about it a little bit. Child's Play 2. Now, earlier in the video, I mentioned how It didn't make sense to me that the good guy company had gotten possession of the doll, kind of cleaned it up and refurbished it, rebuilt it. Here's why that doesn't make sense to me. First of all, 2 years later, how does the company even get possession of the doll? I mean, I think it would be used as evidence of a crime or something. So it never really says how they got possession of the doll. They just somehow did. Number two, why would you rebuild that original doll to ease your shareholders' minds? I mean, did the shareholders really believe that this doll was possessed by a serial killer, and you're trying to show them that no, it's not, it's just an actual doll? Were the shareholders really that stupid to think that it, I mean, we know he was, but I mean, let's be real, who believe it? Are they really that stupid to believe that this doll was possessed, walking around committing murder? If so, that's not a company I would want to hold stock in. So that part did not make a whole lot of sense to me. That ended up going badly, trying to rebuild the doll. One of the equipment malfunctions while putting his eyes in, sends a volt of electricity into the doll, electrocutes the poor worker, and the electricity somehow revives Charles Lee Ray's soul, Chucky. So Chucky's back. I also talked about the demeanor of Chucky being different. In my opinion, this movie, Chucky was more violent, more vicious, a little bit more sadistic, and he was just full of rage in this movie. The first movie, he was kind of funny, you know, kind of had the comedic one-liners and whatnot. This movie, he was just angry, man. He was just fueled by anger the entire movie. He desperately wants to get out of this doll's body. And I don't remember them mentioning it in the first one. Now, the first one, they said the longer you're in it, the more human you become. But the second one, they say that if you don't get out of that doll's body in a timely manner, you're stuck in that body. So he's desperately trying to get out. And like we said, the only way he can get out is to transfer his soul into little Andy Barkley. So that's pretty much the whole movie. He's trying to get Andy to, yeah, he's trying to get to Andy, put his soul into Andy. I didn't know how to word that right. And speaking of Andy, lots going on with him and his family. We find out his mother is in a psych ward because everyone thinks she's crazy for thinking the doll was alive. The police denied anything happened with the doll, which makes me wonder if the two detectives at the end of the first one that were actually fighting with Chucky, did they deny it too so people wouldn't think they were crazy? Or did they support the mom's claims? Didn't really say. So yeah, his poor mom is in a psych ward. They think she's nuts. Andy has been adopted by foster parents until her mom is deemed sane enough to, I guess, come back to society. And, yeah. So, I'm not going to spoil how Chucky finds Andy, but he does find Andy, and, you know, the murders start to happen, bad things start to happen. Of course, no one believes Andy when he's telling them it's Chucky. Then by the time they do find out, once again, it's a bit too late. A lot has happened, a lot of bodies have been piled up. So, yeah, it's just more sadistic, more violent Chucky in this movie. Like I said, not really comedic in this movie. He's just really, really angry, like desperate to get out of the body. Also, the look of Chucky is kind of different to me. I thought he looked more human-like than doll-like. And we kind of find something out near the end of the movie that kind of explains that and sends Chucky into an even bigger rage than he was before. I'm not going to spoil that for you. You have to watch to find for yourself. But yeah, as far as the kills go in this movie, nothing real over the top. Although it does have, off the top of my head, I cannot think of another movie other than Child's Play 2 where somebody was killed with a yardstick ruler. So it's got that going for it. And like I said, the first movie, Chucky, when he killed somebody, he was kind of having fun with it. And this movie, like I said already, he's just pure rage. So, very angry Chucky, very sadistic Chucky in this movie. The kills, like I said, nothing over the top except for the yardstick ruler one, which I thought was funny. I kind of felt bad for laughing at the poor lady. But overall, awesome movie. I definitely recommend it. I always have fun watching it. I mean, I can't really say anything bad about it. Just that one part where the good guy company got possession of the doll and rebuilt him, I didn't quite understand the logic behind that. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I've pretty much said all I wanted to say about it. I thought it was awesome. I definitely enjoyed it. We are going to end this like we always do. We're going to have a musical feature, then we're going to reveal next week's movie. One thing I will not be doing anymore These musical features, I will not be using music from the movies. Last week I used the end credits theme from Child's Play. There's about 40 videos with that theme up there. Apparently I'm the only one that's not allowed to use it, so they blocked it. I had to re-edit it. So from now on, I'm just going to find, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get generic, copyright-free horror music. It's going to suck, but it is what it is. We don't want to make YouTube angry. So yeah, that's it, guys. We're going to do our musical piece here. We're going to reveal the movie for next week. Should be another fun week. I'm guessing it will be. I think it will be. So with that being said, everyone, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the support you show on the channel. I do have an upload schedule now. I'm going to put that video up Saturday explaining my upload schedule. Some people don't like it. They've unsubscribed. That's fine. That's their choice. Some people might like it. Who knows? So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate the support. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. And as always, I hope y'all have a good week. Take care.